Hello guys, and welcome to Ryde Vip, the Righteous channel. My name is Serge. In today's video, I would like to share a little bit about what I'm doing, kind of like business-wise, and just overall kind of like my hobbies and work-life balance type of thing. I figured maybe this is going to be good for somebody that's maybe trying to do the same thing, or at least hoping to do a little bit more with their life, kind of like accomplish something. Like, I'm not talking about like main accomplishments, but I'm talking about like whatever you gotta do, whether it's a hobby, so you could find time to do those things. As you guys know, mainly when I work, I would just hustle. I would just work. And this has been now the third year me working for Lyft, and that's together with Uber. Basically, that's right almost on the money. 3 years. And that's been quite a while, and the time has been passing by so quickly. I am now 43, and I started when I was 40. You know, can you believe that? But I still have kind of like goals and hobbies that I always wanted to do in my 20s, just could not. And it seems like with me working so much, it's tough to be able to make money and at the same time, you know, have your fun as well. I'm not saying I'm not having some fun, but my main thing that I want to do is, like, I obviously like cars. I like to do stuff with cars, and I would like to be able to just go to the track, have fun, you know, either do like autocross or little track time or whatsoever. And for that, of course, you need a car. You need to be able to build kind of like a race car. Everything takes time to do that. And earlier this year, I decided to start doing it, started to work on it. And then, as I started working on it, right around January, of course it was like cold, and I started to do some stuff. And then basically, before you know it, life happens. I'm working, doing some other stuff, and then the project was abandoned nearly 5 months. And I'm thinking like, whoa, the year just started and I'm not even done with my project. I need to do something about this. And the reason being is because if I go out there and I put my 12 hours in just driving, out of those 12 hours, I'm also commuting 2 hours. That's additional time, and not to mention an hour for lunch. Total of 15 hours per day. There is really no time to do nothing else except sleep, wake up, and do it all over again. And on top of that, I'm also doing some other stuff. Like, I'm doing a little bit of eBay, a little bit of traveling for business, and doing some other stuff. I'm also fixing and upkeeping with all the maintenance with this car, with the Range Rover, and on top of that, I'm trying to build a race car. So here's the solution. The solution is not to make more money, but solution is to make time for myself and to be able to have a better work-life balance. Like, with me working so much, I messed up my sleep and, you know, day and wake, you know, cycle. I kind of like messed it up, and that, you know, just basically starting, let's say, like to work like 6 p.m. like I'm doing right now, and working all the way up until 6 a.m. to maximize my earnings, to make about like $300 a day. That's kind of what you got to do. But here's what I kind of decided to do. I'm thinking, look, I could leave at 6. I could leave a little bit sooner. I could leave a little bit later than 6. But I'm stopping my work now at about midnight. Sure, it's not dead set on the money at midnight. Sometimes I finish at 10, sometimes 11, sometimes 12. I could even come back at 1. But the goal is this: come home, take a quick shower, go to sleep like a normal person, wake up, and be able to actually do something in the morning, like work for myself, and accomplish some goals for myself. That means working on my race project or whatever else I got planned, like maybe like my business or whatever, and then feel that at least I accomplished something that day, and then go out there and basically relax, because this is kind of relaxing, and then just drive. But I can't simply drive for the next 12 hours. Well, you already know it's not going to be 12 hours, it's going to be like way more. So I decided to just work less. You know, driving, that is. And that is when I got other stuff going on. Like if it's raining or whatever, I got like nothing going on, then maybe I will work a little longer. But at this time, finally, for the last week, I've been going to sleep like the normal person. Like I'm actually able to go to sleep, seriously. Because before I just have to stay up at night. I could not go to sleep. Even if I'm home, I'm not working, I'm staying up till like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. I just can't go to sleep. Like my body just feels like it needs to be awake. And also I could be kind of like almost kind of getting tired by midnight, and as soon as midnight hits, boom, it's kind of like I got like second wave of energy, and I do not want to go to sleep. And I'm not saying that I cut out the coffee. I'm thinking about cutting that out, but right now I am having 2 cups of coffee, 2 cups per day, 2 espresso cups. I have an espresso maker. I just have like 2 espressos. I'll have like 1 in the morning, 1 for lunch, and that's it. I don't drink anymore. And the only reason I'm drinking those is because for me, kind of like, I enjoy stuff like that, like stuff that's unhealthy. I enjoy chips, I enjoy Coke, I enjoy fast food, I enjoy soft drinks, right? But I cut soft drinks out for the most part. I cut fast food out. Sometimes I'll get some fast food, like if I really got some kind of craving. Mainly I'm eating at home, trying to eat healthy as much as I can, especially at my age. And I completely cut out the energy drinks. I stopped drinking them. I feel so much better, so much more alive. Right now I have not even had no espressos. The last time I had one was about noontime, so that was like a little bit over 6 hours ago. So I am not running on that energy, but in case I am, by midnight it's probably gonna dissipate anyways, so I'll be just fine. I also feel fine. I got up today at 7 a.m. and I was able to get to the bottom of things like I needed to today, and got a lot done, and I feel happy about it. And then I decided to go to work. I would have went to work about like 3, but then my wife was like, listen, let's do some errands, you want to go with me? And I'm like, sure. So we went together, we took care of that stuff, came home, had a little dinner together, and now I'm basically leaving at this time. So okay, so today that means I'll work a little less. I was planning to work a little bit more till midnight. I would be able to put a little bit more hours in by leaving earlier, but I was done about 3 p.m. Took a nice bath. It was like relaxing. The thing I got accomplished today, I was working on my Mazda RX-8. I just wanted to get a couple things accomplished today. Just a couple things. I think every day, if you accomplish something every day, guys, that is the person that you could fear. Like I heard something like if somebody's practicing like I think like 1 karate kick per day, right? But he'll practice it every day for the rest of the year. It's better than somebody, let's say, like practice like 100 kicks or something. I don't know the exact same, and then never do it again for the rest of the year. So you just got to be consistent with stuff. So I wanted to basically install the mid pipe today. I done that. And I also installed 1 motor mount. And then I put my tools away and I said, you know what? Today I accomplished something good enough. So for tomorrow, I kind of thought, you know, what am I gonna do? Yesterday. So yesterday I removed a motor mount. I also discovered, actually no, yesterday I did not remove, that was the day before. But anyways, yesterday I removed the exhaust manifold and installed another exhaust manifold, basically known as a header, so it's more like a racing type. I don't think it's gonna really add to the performance, but it's a lot lighter. It's made out of stainless steel. It definitely looks nicer. But I've done that, and also I removed my catalytic converter so I could install the mid pipe today. So then yesterday I was like, okay, I'm good. And then yesterday my motor mount came in because 3 days ago I removed the motor mount and I also removed the exhaust manifold. And I discovered that my motor mount was bad, so I ordered two. So tomorrow I plan to replace left motor mount, which I don't even know if it's even broken or not. So I'm going to the car wash. They're waving me in. They know me here. I've been here so many times, it's not even funny. But anyways, tomorrow left motor mount, and I'm planning to install a radiator. Also, I'm planning to possibly install, because I have to like do some modification, install cold air intake, and I would like to do a battery relocation. Now, that's a lot of things, obviously, that I gotta do. That means some stuff I'm gonna get done, some stuff I might not get done. Also, tomorrow I plan to do some weight savings. I'm going to be removing stuff that's inside of my trunk, like all of the liners and stuff, just getting rid of everything and prepping an area so I could install a battery in the trunk. Right now I got a battery under the hood, and it's a smaller battery. I'm gonna install a bigger battery. I'm gonna install it in the trunk. And also tomorrow I plan to replace the starter. My starter is good, but I'm replacing it with a faster starter because the car that I'm working on, it's a 2004 Mazda RX-8. It is a rotary type of car, so it's completely different. Also, I need to remove my seats. Probably not gonna do that tomorrow, or maybe I will, because I gotta run the wires, so I may just go ahead and do that. I'm creating this as a track car, so I gotta delete. I might just focus on deleting that stuff because installation aside, I need to get rid of my 2 front seats, 2 rear seats, the carpeting, the console, like airbags. I gotta get rid of all of my liner and stuff. I gotta get rid of all of the stuff. Like I'm talking about, just like remove everything to make room for a roll cage. And I already bought special stuff to bend piping. So once I get this stuff done, I will be able to get ready for the roll cage. And I gotta weld one up and install it. But I gotta basically get rid of all of the airbags. Basically, I gotta get rid of basically the seat belts and stuff like that, and put a racing seat. So I gotta be doing all of that stuff. So it's a lot that I gotta do. I just got to, you know, like do like a step by step. So we'll see. I'll probably start tomorrow with a, like, I need to feel like I accomplished something. So I gotta install at the very least, my radiator, which is an aftermarket radiator, fan, shroud, connect everything, and install cold air intake. And also I gotta install an oil catch can, and also I need to do some fabrication, and I gotta install an aftermarket aluminum overflow tank for the radiator. So, you know, there's that. I know this channel is kind of like not about that, but this is kind of like what I'm working on. And my goal is, look, every day I'm gonna work on it. Then I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do some driving. Come home, get some sleep, and once I'm done with that, I could just basically, once I'm done with that project, I will start another car, and day by day, I'm gonna start doing it. But the main goal is this. There's 2 goals: to finally sleep like a normal person, because if I sleep like a normal person, I'll have a lot more daylight left. And if I'm working on a project, not necessarily that I'm going to leave to go to work. I might just be too tired that day, but occasionally I'm gonna say, you know what, I'm kind of down for today, let me go work. Or if it's gonna be raining, I'm just gonna go to work, because I do like working. but I also want to accomplish something. And once I get on a normal sleep cycle, I think it's going to take 3 months to really lock it in. I'll be able to be a lot more successful because I'll be able to wake up like a normal person in the morning and get a lot more done, especially like in the summertime, because there's just a lot that can be done because we have a lot more daylight now. Oh yeah, I just got back from France, and here's the funny thing. I actually even took a screenshot of it. In France, the sun goes down at 2200. I looked, and basically like 10 o'clock, and over here like 8:30 p.m. And I'm thinking, what gives? No daylight savings time or something? But or they just have an hour ahead or something. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but they got a lot more daylight, I'll tell you that much. And it was kind of interesting. But here's the thing, guys. This year, I need to accomplish a lot. And most of the year's gone. I cannot believe we're now in June. Like, we're in the first weeks of June, basically. And I'm thinking, I feel like I'm running behind. Even though I got a lot done. I even have a bathroom remodel on the way. Like, I'm working on the bathroom remodel. This is something that I'm not even mentioning. For the bathroom remodel, I'll tell you that. I ripped off all of the tile, bathtub, toilet, vanity, all of the drywall and insulation, and it's a pretty big project, including ripping out the floor. I replaced the floor joist, well, more like added new ones. Well, I guess it's the same thing, right? But I did not get rid of the old ones. I just put them side by side and tie everything in smoothly, and basically I have 3 brand new, actually 4 brand new wood joists or whatever, floor joists, whatever they're called, especially where the bathtub and the toilet is, because apparently the bathtub around that was leaking. I don't know if it was with previous people that was living there, but definitely it was leaking with my kids because they were swimming like a bunch of geese and water was going behind. So I needed to tear all that stuff down. So now floor is installed. I basically have the bathtub installed, and I actually installed a different bathtub, and I had to reroute where the plumbing goes. I had to redo the plumbing. I had to redo, plumbing where the drain is out, and also plumbing for the water to come in. And I did that, guys. Now I just gotta basically finalize everything, and then basically start doing the tile. But I've been putting that on pause and going to work for Lyft, and then flying for my other job, and then taking care of eBay stuff, and then working on this Chrysler, because I gotta make sure I keep this car, kind of like ready to go at all times, and just fixing different things. But I'm thinking, look, sure, I'm kind of keeping up with what I gotta do, but I am kind of like letting my dreams die by just like not working on my dreams. You got to work on them every single day. So that is the plan, to be able to this year, like I need to this year, fix 5 cars and put them on the market to where I could flip them. And once they're sold, use those funds to build myself a shop. Once I build a shop, I could put shipping shelves in there. I have special shelving, which is commercial grade shelving that you could put pallets on. They're heavy duty. So once I do that, finally my parts business is going to be really kicking up a notch. Because currently, yes, I'm listing parts, I'm selling some stuff, but this is a joke how it's going right now. But of course, if I need to maximize my listing opportunities and making sure that I'm able to find all of the parts that I list, I need to be even more professional. So right now I have like sort of like the size of a storage unit building with shelves, the boxes on it, and that's where I've been putting all the stuff. It's good enough for now. At least I could actually do something. But obviously I have a lot on my plate, a lot that I want to do. And eBay is something that I also need to list lots of items. I don't know how much I got to list, but I got to list enough to start making $8,000 per month. That's sort of like my goal. That is a big ask, but I think it's possible. After all, I do own 35 cars, so certainly some of them will become parts cars, but some of them will become just fun cars. Some of them, you know, will drive, and some of them I'll just have fun in. But anyways, this might sound like I have a lot on my plate, and maybe in a way like I don't know, like I don't know if it sounds like that, like I'm rich or something, because I am not. All of these things that I have accomplished was basically through doing, you know, basically I call this blue collar type of work, because certainly this is not a white collar job. We're basically in the service industry, and no matter how I look at it, if I become a mechanic or even like warehouse, that's all like blue collar work. We just have to make the best out of it. And to get to where I am, I made plans. In case you guys don't know how I accomplished everything that I accomplished, sometime I'm gonna explain the whole thing. I already recorded, I just never really unlocked the video. But back in 2013, I started saving up money, and by 2015, I was able to purchase my home for cash in a commercial zone property next door. But how it all happened, I got actually a complete story to explain everything, how it was done. So now, any money that I make, oh yeah, because I also stay out of debt. I'm not in debt right now. So I'm staying out of debt. Any money that I have, I make investments. I invest in tools, into cars, and whatever I need for my business. But also, I don't forget about fun. I also been investing in fun, and on top of it, like in needs and wants. Like, we really got to do the bathroom remodel. I also recently had a very expensive purchase, out of many purchases, but this is kind of like one that stands out. Bought a brand new dishwasher for my wife. We already had a nice Bosch dishwasher, which was like, I don't know, like it's like a $1,500 unit or something, but it's having some electrical issues. And I'm thinking, look, I'm just gonna go ahead and replace it. I just bought another one for like $1,000, and it was on sale. I think I got like it was on sale like temporarily. It was gonna be like a week sale. It could be like a gimmick sale. But I bought the best Whirlpool dishwasher that you could get at Home Depot. Whatever they have, the best one, that's what I bought. And my wife is really happy, and for that I get some bonus points. But basically now she could just wash dishes. She loads it up, starts it up, and it's and they get done. But before, you can start it, it might wash it, it might not. You might start it up again, might wash it, might not. Like, it was like one of those things. So I knew how to work it to where it would do it for me, but my wife, that was like really challenging for her. Like, she didn't know what the heck is going on. So, but anyways, all of this fun things that I've been buying is, you know, like for me, for my kids, for my wife, they obviously cost money, and I'm the only one that's working. So sometimes I put myself on hold, and I'm like, you know, I take care of my kids and my wife needs and whatever else we need, and then I am sort of like left waiting for what I want. But sometimes I look at everything and I'm thinking, look, what's important? What's important? Family is important, kids are important. Also, life is important, and life is short. We don't know how long we're going to live. None of us do. So I want to make sure that I'm doing things that I want to be doing for myself. That way I really don't have any regrets, like I'm missing out. And I really feel like I would be missing out if I don't have some race cars, that I've built myself, and also some car projects, kind of like something fun. Like I'm talking about like building a car from scratch, like building a car in your garage. Like I would like to do that. Like I'm talking about building your own chassis and everything, doing like a fiberglass body, like figuring out like, you know, like how it's gonna run, like, and everything, like all of those things. Like it's a lot that's gonna go into. Like if I could do that, that would make me really feel great. This is not to show out, but this is like one of those things that I gotta take care of for myself. But at this point also, like I'm also constantly learning. So I would like to be able to take already what's been designed, what's been created, customize it, make it my own. When it comes to having a track car, like there's different type of races, but some of them, they only require like a roll cage, and they want you to get rid of anything that burns on the inside. They need you to install a removable steering wheel, a racing seat that passes all of these special things. Make sure you have a fireproof suit, socks and underwear, and like helmet and gloves, and shoes. All of these things are not cheap. Make sure you have like a fire suppression system inside, like roll cage and kill switch. And on top of that, you want to make your car reliable, you know, and then you go out racing, and that costs money. So I need to figure out a way to be able to support that hobby, because technically it's a hobby, especially if it's not making you money, it's taking your money. But I would like to stay safe and race at the racetrack, not on the streets. On the streets, I'm just chilling. But there's two different types of racing that I want to do. Maybe I'll discover some more. Well, more like three. One of them, I would like to basically just go on a track and just basically race on a track with other people. Another one, I would like to just be able to just do like autocross in parking lots, just see who gets the best time. And then of course some drag racing. Who doesn't want to do that? But right now I'm working with a rotary car. I'll be doing some more with that. I do have a channel that's completely focused on rotary engines and those cars alike. It's got similar growth as this channel. Both of these channels are fairly new, and that's where I'm doing those things. And I also have another channel where I do kind of like everything else that has, I don't know, 31,600 subscribers, something like that. But I'm split and posting videos here, posting videos there. I used to just post everything on one channel, but then I started separating things, thinking that, you know, maybe somebody just here, you know, for that content or this content, you know. But I think for the most part, just being you probably is best. But for stuff like rideshare content, so like completely different, I decided to do like a different channel for that, and something like a rotary engine. I think that needs to be a dedicated channel, just because it's a community of like-minded individuals that have rotary engines. They are not reliable, but very fun. And there's a community like myself that I'm adding to that community, where we're basically helping each other out. We're, you know, just sharing the knowledge and all of these different things to make the cars more reliable, more faster, and sort of like innovate old technology. Because technically the Mazda RX-8 I have is 20 years old. It's a 2004, can you believe it? And now it's basically 2024, so 20-year-old car. But back in the day when I was like, shoot, like I think I was like 24, 23, about like 23, 22 years old. That's when that car came out, you know. So I mean, well, I guess I'm 43 minus 20, yeah, 22 years old. Okay, but I was kind of thinking what jobs I had back then, what kind of cars was around back then. I remember my age was like 24, 25, and there was 2005s already, 2006s, you know. I remember Lincoln Navigator was getting ready to come out, like a new design. It did not even come out yet, and I really wanted one, and I have one now. I invested $1,500 into it with a locked up engine. There's a lot of cars that I have, guys, that I just wanted to have, and I'm just kind of keeping for myself. I got a long list, which is kind of funny, but I always wanted to have this Chrysler 300. I got it now. I wanted to have the Mazda RX-8. I got 2 of them. I wanted the Range Rover. I got one. I wanted the BMW X5. I got one. I wanted Lincoln Navigator. I have one. I also wanted like Infiniti G35. I do have Infiniti FX35. Got one of those. It's my wife's. You know, that's technically hers, but not hers. It's just one of those things. Whoever drives it, that's who gets it. But and of course, BMW 5 Series. I really wanted one. The one I had, I got the experience in having that. So I have it. So there's still some more on my list. I would like to own a Tesla Model S. I would also like to own a Tesla Model 3. I would still like those two. I know, like, why can't I just have one? But one of them is more like a luxury car, and other one's a sports car. You know, so I don't know. Like, I just kind of like that. And I think more like I would maybe drive that the Tesla Model S around more, like for me. Like, I feel like that would really suit me, especially like I could like do like Lyft in it if I wanted to. But maybe my wife could drive a Tesla Model 3, you know, here and there. But on top of that, we do like these gas guzzlers, you know, we still like them. So I plan to keep the cars that I mentioned. I don't need to flip them. I don't need to make more money on them. I don't care about all that. I also would like to have a Porsche Boxster or a Porsche Cayman, like one of those. I really like them. I used to want to get a Porsche Cayenne, but now it's not on top of my list. I just want to have a Cayman or a Boxster. I always wanted an Audi TT and Audi S4. I already experienced what that's like. I used to own Audi TT. I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed my Audi S4. I don't have them anymore. I don't have any Audis anymore, but those were fun for me. And I do want to get a Mercedes SL. I would like one of those, and or an SLK, like 2 of those. But I think a Mercedes SLK I would like more, like an older style. I'm talking about like year 2005. So it's not a big ask. Some of the cars that I want, they are not that expensive anymore, and when I buy cars, I buy them at car auctions, so most likely I'll be able to pick those cars up. Not that expensive. I'm talking about $2,000-3,000 or less, because they're gonna have issues and then I have to put money into them. But I would much rather do everything myself instead of having to buy a car that's supposedly upkept, but then you have to do all of these different things to it. But what I really need, well, don't really need, but I would like to have like my own sort of like warehouse to basically put these cars in, because obviously I can't drive all of them, but I would like to be able to drive all of them at some point, you know. So I just would like to have those cars. I don't know, I like those. Yeah, but anyways, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and have a great day, guys. Bye bye.